Alrighty, fat guy with old computers here, and I am showing you the absolute mess that is my garage, because I just got home from Chicago, and I have just an absolute almost a ton of stuff just to go through, and I am going to show you what I can in the space that I can. So, I'm just going to start over here near me, and I'm going to move around, and I'm going to be, anyway. These are just, standard Pentium 2 or Pentium 3 heat sinks. These are the Intel ones, and they're unused. So that means they're just the heat sinks. Why do I care? Because sometimes you get these dual slot 1 boards, and that's all they will take, because you don't have the room. Let's see, what did I get in this box? Let's just move stuff over here. Sorry, I'm holding the camera and doing this at the same time. Okay, so this one is SCSI controller card. I got several of these. This looks like one of the fancy IBM ones that have you can put an SSD on it. But that's that. Let's move along. So in addition, so this is a 4-6. Now we got lots of these. I just basically took a selection of these. There's another gentleman who helped me get them all, that he has almost everything. And so any kind of boards you want, they will be up on probably eBay, maybe a Discord server. Let me see if I can't get this out of here. Okay, this is just a sample of the single board, because I wanted a single board, but this is a sample of said board. 4 PCI, 3 ISA, 1 shared, memory, Pentium Pro CPU. There might be some that are dual. This one obviously isn't, but this is just a sample of some of the boards I got. I think we got like 30 of these exact ones, or 20 of them, or something like that. We got a lot, needless to say. So let me put this back. You know what? I'm just going to edit out the cuts. I picked up 2 of these. This is a new in box, AHA 3985. This is just another RAID card like the before, but this one's new in box. Well, it's not new in box, it's all been opened and used, but everything's in it. Let's see. And we got a whole bunch of these main boards here from DTK. Pentium Pro, obviously. Oh, okay. Side, that on the side. Okay, that's just a. But this one's not. Okay, this one's not a DTK. Got a couple of these. Is ta-da! A tie-in, a 1662 to be exact. I got a. I got a couple of these, not too many. But I picked up one because I'm a sucker for these things. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. But the CPU that's in it is just a 256. Okay, that's fine. All right, I'll put that back. Okay, I'm not going to take this out of the pack, but here we got another Milex SCSI controller. Some kind of weird connector down there on the end. Again, new in box, because I got shrink track manuals, discs. Enough there's more documentation here than there is actual card. I can hear my mother yelling at the new puppy. Oh, that was just a loose card that was just sitting somewhere. That was a Ultra 160 card. Here's just another multi-channel RAID. This one looks like it's a 4-channel with 2 internals. Yeah, 2 internals, 1 external. 2 internals, 1 external. term. Yeah, see that? I don't know if that Dallas chips work. There's what there's. Oh yeah, they even screwed the DIMMs on. Oh, that's a special battery module. Okay, never mind. It's not actually a DIMM. Hopefully that battery's okay. I'll have to check that. We got a bunch of these processors like this. Now, for those that don't know, IBM just loves their foam padding. So we got these big, huge boxes, or we got this big, huge box of processors. We thought, oh my God, you can probably fit 1,000 processors in there. Nope, they're just a single one with. There's enough padding where you can fucking roll these things down a hill, and there's not going to be any damage. So I just pulled an open one just to give an example. Yeah, ready to rock and roll. New, never been used. 300 megahertz. So this is, technically the 333 is the fastest Pentium 2, but they were a paper launch. The 333 was. So, in reality, the 300 was the fastest you could realistically get at a regular, and the 333 was so much more expensive, nobody really cared. So that's what's called a paper launch. Yeah, technically you can buy some 333s. Technically, if you want to pay 10 times as much for it than a 300. So obviously the smart money was to, not buy into that bullshit and just get the 300. Not from this haul that I got, but I still got this picked up on Craigslist for free. I got 10 USB 3.0 Wi-Fi cards for whatever. Let's see. Boxed Pentium 3, 1.13. It's a socket 370. It has the heat spreader on it, so I don't know. Yeah, let's have a. Let's see. I don't know. SL59Q, 56Q, 133, 256, 133. Or 1133, sorry, 1133. Yeah, so we got a couple of these. I got one of these because I am going to use this for my 480, my Pentium. I got a Pentium 90, and I can't really upgrade it without upgrading the voltage regulator. And since I can't do that, I need one of these. So that's going to let me upgrade my Pentium 90 system to 200. Okay. Now I picked up like 10 of these, but there's much more. There's many more available. They are hard drive trays, brand new, SCSI hard drive trays. Yep. So I got several of these. I don't know. Okay. So I got a whole bunch of these. New inbox. S3 PCI video cards. Nothing incredibly special. They're pretty average. Pretty average run-of-the-mill cards, but they are nice and functional. They do well. They're very compatible with DOS games. So we got some of those for these Pentium Pro systems. I got a bunch of these boxes. The display board's missing out of here, but for all these big server towers, different I/O shields. There's a standard ATX. There's a standard ATX. Different I/O shields, price plates, caster wheels for these big tower servers. So I got a couple of them. They don't have wheels on them. I got a couple boxes of these. I'll have a couple extra boxes, just maybe not right this very second. Let's see, move that. Okay, so the whole reason I went to get all this stuff out of Chicago was this guy had 5 desktop and 1 rack mount ALR 6 servers. Now these are Pentium Pro servers, and ALR found out how to run 6 processors at once. They found out how to do more, but their big one was the 6x6. Okay, I was looking for this. I wondered where that went. This is a SDRAM, 72-pin SIM memory board for that system. Leave that back in there. Comes with the plates. Comes with stiffener, bracket, instructions, whole 9 yards. New in box, never touched. Well, not until now, and I broke the cherry. These are SCSI hard drives. We did not open them. There feels like there's a drive inside, but there is quite a bit of padding. Seagate ST31. Okay, so that tells me exactly what's there. So I don't need to open this just yet. But we got a whole bunch of them. Hopefully they are 68-pin drives. And they will be nice and easy to offload. Okay, so I got a couple of these. I left some with my compatriot. We are going to fill up these ALR servers that we got. Notice I said we have a total of 6. I got the rack mount one and a desktop one. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I thought it was. Okay, it was still close. I got several of these, lots of these. Now there's a CPU in there, there's a heatsink fan, and there's a voltage regulator. So these are CPU kits for the ALR 6x6s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ready to rock and roll. Brand new, in box, never used. Unisys. It's Canadian, eh? Okay, so let's move out towards the other fun stuff in the garage. Oh yeah, I'm going to go to that pile next. Alright, here. Pardon my fatness. Let's get some light out here. Okay, because I'm going there next. Now, on top of here, Pentium Pro CPUs. These particular ones are the gold tops with 512K. I think this is a 256K one. Extra regulators, SCSI backplane. These are spare parts for the servers. They have a nice LCD front panel. These are the control panel for the front panel. A brick of CPUs, trays of CPUs, trays of CPUs, trays and trays and trays of CPUs. I got a little medley of open assortment, but yeah, lots of CPUs. There's probably, I got enough for a lifetime. My compatriot, he has boxes, at least five boxes of unopened, new in box Intel 1 megabyte Pentium Pros. And it's just going to go from there. We are going to, I don't want to say flood the market, but if you want a reasonably priced Pentium Pro system, get your wallet ready because it's going to be happening. I don't know if he's going to do it eBay or if we're going to set up something else somewhere else. That's in a holding pattern until we get everything completely legitimately inventoried. But let me set this down. What you doing, puppy? What you doing, puppy? Huh? Yeah, my sister decided to get a puppy while I was gone in Chicago. You having fun, puppy? Huh, bear? You making a mess? Yeah, you're gonna be making a mess. He's looking for a mess to make. Still doesn't know his name yet. Yeah, you're cute. I know. Alright. So, new in box. Supermicro. I love Supermicro stuff. This one is, in particular, is not you, not you, not you. This is 6 dBe. Okay. It has 5 PCI slots, 2 ISA slots, 4 memory, dual slot 1. Yep. Awesome. There was only one of these, and I snagged it because it was new in box. Now look at this mother fracker. This I didn't expect to find stuff like this, but I did. We got a 6P6 DLH, which is this one right here. New in box. So this is a dual slot one. So you got one slot one here, one slot one here. SD RAM over here. 4, 9. Yeah, total 9 PCI slots, 3 ISA slots, onboard SCSI, the whole works. This is a mammoth motherboard. These things are hard to get cases for because everybody stops up to here. Nobody goes the full rest of the way. So I happen to have a couple cases, so I got the motherboard. I don't know if I'll definitely try to show it. I didn't get a box for it though, but I got the Pentium Pro version of this too. So okay, we got a lot of spare parts for these ALR systems. This particular one is memory boards. Okay, these are memory boards. These are, I'm not going to touch them, SD RAM memory boards for use with EDO DIMMs. I got 2 of them, so for 2 systems. So I got more memory boards here because the systems that we got were pretty much bare bones. They were not populated. So let's look out here. There's the back of one of the cases that I got. Notice how many PCI slots. Yeah, that's a lot of them. I'm not going to take the time in this video to tear down the spare computers I got, because I got that computer. That's a tower server. That's a big tower server. Here is one of those ALR systems. This is the rack mount, obviously. Sadly, this one's been, there's nothing in it. I have somewhere here the motherboard that goes inside of it. I guess I should open the garage door. Spare power supply, spare CPU. Let's see, that was more racks. Let's see. Processor terminator cards, which I will not be using because why in the world would you not want to put 6 processors into a machine? You'd be taking these out, but I got one. Let's see, CPU kit. Is this more processors? Or is this the... Okay, this one's sealed. I'm not going to open it. I think this is, yeah, more processors. Spare power supplies. It's a little dingly. New PCI Ethernet card. Did I just open that? Another Adaptec RAID card. An AT style PSU. Let's see, hard drive rack. Hard drive rack. These are for something very similar. Alright. Now these are some of the computers. These are crappy Enlight cases I do not care for. There's something in that one. It's got SCSI. It's missing the power supply, but I got one right there. And it's one of the tall server cases. More Pentium 2 stuff, more Pentium 3 stuff. SCSI in there. I got this little guy here. This beautiful case. I got a couple of these. There were 2 of these server cases. These big black monstrosities. I know the view isn't great, but I don't have 2 hands to get my hands around the black ones. Hard. Yeah, there was 2 of them. I snagged one, left the other with my friend. Let's put this back. Let's move to the front of the garage. I gotta open the door. So I'm going to pause here for a second. Okay, I didn't get them in this haul, but I'm going to point them out because somebody's probably going to ask me about them. I got a couple old LaserJet 1s. I got to test out. I got all kinds of IBM stuff. Okay, let's see. Let's move to the front of the garage. Let's see, a box of parts. Box of parts, box of parts, box of parts. Box of parts, box of parts. What have we got in here? Okay. Okay, this is that motherboard I was mentioning earlier. These are not, I mean, I'm really happy to get one of these. I gotta clean up, I gotta cut the battery before I even put it back. Battery's a little crusty, so I gotta take care of that. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, I don't know what these are. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Oh yeah. Okay. Got the battery, so it's not gonna make any more damage. So let's keep going down this box. CPU cards for the ALR. Now this is 3 Pentium Pro CPUs that go on the single card, 3 regulars as well. Each motherboard can hold 2 of these cards and a memory board. So each CPU or each motherboard can have 6 Pentium Pros. Now I got a couple 2-way boards in here. There's another 3. Because there's I don't know. There's no reason to put a 2-way Pentium Pro system together if there's an option for 3. So unless somebody really wants a dually or a quad, then yeah. So here is another tie-in board. I'll leave it in this one in the package. Battery. Oh, okay, it's got Dallas. Okay. Dual Pentium Pro. I picked out one of these. Let's see, where is it? 1668 if I tie in there in the center. Okay. I basically took one of everything. Let's see. All right. Let's see, memory board for those computers. Okay, there's this dual-way board I was talking about. Yeah. It's probably never going to get used, sadly. There's just no reason. Hell, this is a spare motherboard. Yeah, this is not a 4-way, or this is not a 6-way. It's just a 4. Okay, so battery. Oh, it's got Dallas. Okay, so that memory board will go onto here. Hopefully it goes in the other ones as well. This one already has 3 CPUs in it. Plenty of ESI or ISA. This will fit for sure. This will fit that rack mount one. Hopefully I can get a 6-way into that. But there's that. So if I want just a quad, I guess just a quad. Oh, Pentium Pros. Okay, so I just got this one unwrapped. This is an ALR 6x6 motherboard. This is the full Monty. This is a battery that is crusty. Now, I hope like hell that this swing will work because of the battery. There's nothing really terribly important around it, he says. Memory board goes here because that same connector as that previous board. 2 CPU boards, and then PCI. This little guy down here is for one of these, and that is just your parallel printer or your parallel. Yes, your basic. Instead of having connectors down here, we had them up here. So, yeah, let me get that battery snipped. Got that battery clipped. I cleaned it off. I got a little bit of electronics cleaner and sprayed it. I see no damage to the board, so I think I saved this one. Incidentally, I'm looking at it supports multipliers up to 5.5. That's math. I'll put it up on the screen. But I'm looking over here. JP6 is for 66 or 60 megahertz plus, which is all the way over here. And I'm looking. There's the normal 14313 that does, that's the normal clock that's in every computer now. Everything comes off of this one. They either double it, triple it, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But no, for the CPUs, they got their own dedicated 66.666 megahertz chip or 60 megahertz. And that jumper literally connects it right here. You actually see the trace. Oh, well, maybe never mind. But there is no reason not to do this if you don't mean that probably just supplies power to one or the other. But yeah, look at these monolithic Intel chips. Those are absolutely massive. Oh yeah, those were fucking expensive, I imagine. So that's between the memory board. Look at all that. That's between the memory board and the CPU boards. And then there's actually relatively Spartan down here. These are probably Intel PCI bridges. This is probably just an all-in-one package that does floppy, parallel, or ID or serial and all that. Reset. EISA cards. Here's that management port for the other one. All these PCI slots. I gotta find a good project for this. I gotta find a good one. For the record, I will be dumping these chips. I will post it where everybody can get it, just in case, because there's nothing. I don't know if I can read these PAL chips or these gals. I will try to read and dump every single chip that I can, just in case somebody needs to fix one. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. All right, I'm going to put this up and keep going down the box. Am I zoomed in? No. Okay. All right. So now we got lots of these. I just picked out one that wasn't in a box. Looks like the heatsink fell off. But I picked out just one because I don't need many. I just need one. This one's got 512 in it. That needs to go. Yeah. Brand new, never used. It doesn't look like. Okay, it's got a Dallas. Okay. That is pretty. Oh, yeah. So we got lots of these. I think it was upwards of 30. So, we will be, my friend and I will let him chime in if he wants, when he's ready. I know he's moving, and I'm not going to get in his way or make things difficult for him or anything like that. And he's got all these boards, and he's gonna, because he paid a good amount of money to this guy, so he didn't send it to the scrapper. So we basically saved this good stuff from the scrapper. But he's got to make his money back, and just for the sake of, to tell people, renting a 16-foot box truck and driving it from, well, it's about 1,100 miles he drove it to his new home. I'm not going to mention any city names at the moment, but he drove about 1,200 miles, 12, something around there. And there's toll stations and there's way stations and all this bullshit you have to deal with to get these home. So on top of that was the initial investment. So are these boards going to be free? No. Are you going to get a kit with regulator, CPU fan, motherboard, an almost turnkey kit, so you can just make a Pentium Pro based single CPU system? Yes, I think that's what we're going to do forward. He needs to break even, and that's all he's looking to do right now. Just break even, maybe a little bit extra for the next haul, if there is one. Because, baby, we're not going to find anything like this ever again. All right, let's keep going down the box. Management cards. I got a couple of those. I just picked this up because I don't have one. It looks like just a little 8-way serial board. So I just thought, why not? Let me get this. Okay, got another. I don't know why it's zooming in on me. Now, got another board. I've already pulled the battery off this one. Let's see, I got two now. I'll get to you in a minute. This one's got a little bit of oopsie poopsie. Still got a little bit of that grease on there to clean it. But hopefully that protects it enough and there's no damage. If there is, it'd be right about here. That's a crying shame. But then again, they didn't really design or had it in plan for these. There was a little bit of goop on the battery. A little bit left, I guess. There we go. But yeah, another board. Okay, going down the box. So I got several of these boards. We got a whole bunch of them. We'll be selling some of these as well. I don't know if they're tie-in or what. But I got several of them. They look almost standard ATX. Because this is a standard ATX connector. You can buy this plate. But I don't know for certain. I don't know. There's definitely ALR boards, but there might be ATX. So we got several of these. I'm going to pull this battery. I know I have a minimum of 2 in this box. Anyway, I know I got a minimum of 2. This was actually rather pedestrian. This one's actually rather. But I got a couple of them. Let me get that battery off and I'll keep going down the box. To show you the battery got off. I did that little gouging. Just to point out, judging by this and that, this is still an ALR board. This is just a 2-way pedestrian ATX board. So, nothing special, but how I noticed you had the 2 extra CPUs or 2 extra clocks. This one just has the single 14813. So, just another quick glance over. Is there anything special on the back? Nope. But very no frills, no nonsense. Hey, it's a dual CPU board. So I was snipping the battery of this next unit down, and I haven't cleaned it yet. But damn, that slot may be a cactus. But I will spray it and I'll clean it out and I'll keep going down the list. Damn. Okay, so we got quite a few of these babies. I've already snipped the battery. This one was okay. Did not, it leaked tiny bit, but not enough to mess with any of the terminals. But it also is a standard, is not standard ATX. It's some kind of weird bastard because it keeps going. Because ATX would stop here. But for some reason it decides to put the memory up there. So this will require a bastard case. Which is really quite unfortunate. It's probably going to be hard to offload these. But if you're in the market for probably, now I'm also looking up here, it looks like what's probably standard ATX, but that 6-pin connector, I don't know. Most likely. Now, I'd bet probably $20. That's probably just for 5-pin power, extra 5-pin power. So these were designed to go in a certain case with a certain power supply, because there's also a server management plug. So it might expect a. Basically, these are not going to be. I would not offer these as a first choice for somebody wanting to build a Pentium Pro system. These are probably special boards that require a special case, most likely. But we'll see. I will pull the ROMs and I will figure it out. Okay, so I got rid of all those motherboards. Well, I got all the batteries cleaned off of them so far, and I got quite a little stack at the moment. I'd tell you to say to take one of these memory boards out and just to show people. It looks like they're doing some kind of bank switching. Yeah. There we go. Whenever they're doing it, they're doing it. Yep. So that's that. Also, I picked up just because it was cool. This is in a box of bric-a-brac parts. But a caching IDE controller. That's on PCI. So it's completely balls worthless. But it has this for some reason, so okay. Legacy IDE paddleboard, okay. So either way, I got one. I'm going to play around with it just to see. And, you know, just have some fun. But moving this to the side. Now we got a whole bunch of these. Well, we got a whole bunch of these to sell. Let me get this. Well, brand new voltage regulators. Cables if you care. Manual. I took a go. Thank you. Yeah, these are, I think, FIC, First International Computer or something like that. Motherboards. Coin cell battery, first off. Still got the coin cell battery. Okay. 3 ISA slots, 4 PCI slots, 1 shared, 4 RAM sticks. Oopsie. That's a oopsie poopsie. What went on here? Is that still connected? Nope, I'm going to have to resolder that. That's okay, that's just a little voltage regulator of some description. So I'm going to have to check these boards for the rest of those like that. Damn. But that's not much of a deal. That's just a resolder on. You might have to buy another, what chip is it? Does it tell me? No, it does not. Can I see it? Linear Technologies 1587. So a LT587. That's probably a really reasonable, cheap part. Voltage regulators, Pentium Pro CPUs, standard ATX. So you will probably need it if you do get one of these. We'll check that little guy there for you. I'm not overly concerned about that. I can fix that. But yeah, standard ATX, but you're going to want one with a beefy 5-volt rail. Other than that, this is pretty standard as it gets for a dual motherboard or a dual socket motherboard. It's a little bit wide, as you can see in this little bracket here, the extra 2 inches on the end, but I've seen it a lot worse. But yeah, we got a bunch of these. Bunch of these. I will dump that BIOS too, in case someone needs it. Nothing fancy on the bottom. Made in Taiwan. Part number 6210. Whatever that is. Alright, well, that's the bottom of this box. I'm going to put this all back and I'll start going to the next couple boxes. And that couple boxes. And that big box. And that big box. Yeah. I'm just getting started. Okay, so that big box that was on top is full of these. Now, what are these, you might ask? Well, that's a good question. They are heatsink regulator. These are just the heatsinks though. So if you need heatsinks and voltage regulators for Pentium, And that thermal paste is absolutely rock solid. So if you need heat sinks, good heat sinks, and yeah, there is this many times 2, and that is a third of the quantity that we have. So if you need it, so these kits that we're planning on, they will come with heat sinks, brand new heat sinks. They will come with brand new fans. They will come with brand new voltage regulators. Everything's going to be brand spanking new. Okay, getting into this box. What is in here? Now this is okay, and the video card, new in box. Again, S3s aren't exactly incredibly fast, but they are nice and compatible. Okay, here is new opened 0-channel RAID card. Okay, so before I go over there, obviously, RAID cages. I got one, we got several others. I'm thinking they go to the ALR systems. Oh, this is just about drops it. Oh, I'm losing gas. Yeah, I'll sit you down for a minute. Okay, these are not RAID cages. They are power supply cages. So I can hook up 4 power supplies. I got 2 spares in there. The servers that I saw looked like they had power supplies. Yeah. So I don't know if I need this much box for this item. I'll repack that in a minute. Yeah, I thought they were RAID cages. Maybe the other ones that I left behind with my friend aren't RAID cages. But that is for power supplies. Okay, I'm getting tired. Okay, that's the stuff from before. I don't care if that's a fan or not. Alright. Now it looks like we got some kind of lights out card. I don't know what it goes to yet. I don't know why there's tape on it, but there is. Oh. Oh. Okay. Let's just put that back. Okay, so that's why that's there. Let's see. I can fix that. I got a soldering station. But it's some kind of... Oh, it might go to those motherboards. Okay, so that 20 pin or so connector on those 286 or dual motherboards, it might take these guys right here. Okay. Yep. Let's keep going down the box. Okay, so this box of Netfinity stuff, it's Netfinity 5000 stuff. I am... At this point in my life, I am not interested. Come on. Yes. I don't have the time or the space or the inclination at the moment to deal with IBM Netfinity stuff. So for the moment, it goes on the back burner. That being said, this card here is an IBM card. It is not for those Pentium Pros. Want to know how I know? Because it says FRU. FRU is a big... It's a big thing IBM uses to mark their parts. It is always going to be number, letter, number. And that really denotes that it's an IBM. See 6 right here at the end of the sticker. 76H5038. This is an IBM part. So, damn. Into the box it goes for now. I will probably sell this IBM stuff because I spent a couple $100 in gas and I'd like to recoup that somehow. I just don't have. So if you have a Netfinity, expect to see some spare parts on eBay. I know, girl. I know. Okay. I didn't mean to yell at you. I know. Go. 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 Go in the backyard. Go. I know, you can't be out front. No. No, you don't get to be out front. Go on. Go on. Go. Keep going. Go. Keep going. Go. Silly dog. Anyway, person came home and yeah, so I dropped a box and I didn't drop the box. The bottom of the box fell out, but that's okay. So I get to show you all the SCSI cables I've got. This is maybe a quarter of everything that was there. I got, now these look like they're brand new VGA cards, but they're not. These are just ISA network cards in old VGA boxes. But we got lots of these guys. Quite a few. Some of them new in box, some of them packaged like this. Now, if you are doing a retro system and you need internet access, you can, there are two cards you get. It's either an Intel NIC like this, an Intel Pro, or the 3Com 905. Either of these two cards is great. Everything else is trash. Okay? I'm not even joking about this. If it does not say Intel or 3Com, you take it and you trash it. It is not worth the driver's bullshit, especially in Windows 98 or 95. You get one of these. Hell, it even comes with Wake on LAN, so you can even turn your computer on remotely. It has, these particular ones have the boot ROM, so you can even boot off the network. You can put DOS on a new computer, and this network card will find that computer, connect to it, and boot. You don't even need a damn hard drive. Okay? These cards and the 3Com 905 or 509, well, both are good. If it says anything else, just trash it. No, I mean, I know, and no, don't throw, no, if you don't have anything better, okay. But these cards are the duck's guts. They are supported by everything. Drivers are still easy to come by. I mean, I got like 5 or 6 of these cards. That's all I already have a stash, and I just grabbed like 5 new ones. But boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. These cards are worth it. Anything else is trash. And that's really sad to say. It's not because necessarily the card is a bad card, but if you don't have drivers for it, it's just a pain in the ass to deal with on 98. Intel, 3Com, everything else is worthless. Again, let's get done beating the dead horse here. So, I got a whole bunch of those. There's that card again. Now, I did get some stuff that I didn't know what it went to. Now, this is a memory board. This is a DDR. This is an SDRAM board. It is not the ALRs, I don't think. I'm fairly certain it's not. Let's pull it out of here. Oh, no, it's IBM. It's IBM. FRU93H4951. Okay, so this goes to some sort of IBM system. So, because, oh, this might be that Netfinity the guy had parts for. Yeah, that's got IBM screamed all over it. That just screams IBM. Yep, FRU. But yeah, I will most likely put these boards up on eBay. I have no other use for them besides that. I'm going to take that CPU out of there. I got a couple of more of these cards. This is the only one with a CPU. But, so let's look in this next one. Okay. I got 1, 2, 3. Some kind of memory-backed. Okay, these go to those RAID cards. I remember that connector. Okay, so this is battery-backed memory for those RAID cards I showed earlier in the video. And I got 3 of them. Hooray! Hopefully at least one of them works. The batteries don't look like they're popped. That would be rather unfortunate. I mean, 3.6 volt lithium cells can just be replaced. Let's see, what do I got in here? Another video card. Or if that was the same one. I don't know, they all look the same. Okay, that takes care of that box. Next up, I'm going to take a peek in that server real quick. Alrighty, so I got this IBM server, or sorry, an Intel. I just got the side case off of it. And we're going to have a quick look. Okay. Fans. Ew. Yeah, it's superficial. There's some fan controller. Okay, let's have a look. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. It's got RAM. It's got some kind of server network card. Oh, 4 CPUs. Let's have a look. He's got. Okay, well, that broke off. 450s. IBM part numbers. I don't think this is an Affinity. I could have sworn this is just a standard IBM or Intel board, but I wonder what goes there. Oh, it's beautiful though. It's fully populated with RAM. Oh, that's a big, hefty chunk.
How you doing, brother?
Oh, 256 megs a stick. Sweet baby Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1 gig, 2 gig. There's 4 gigs of RAM right here. She is stacked. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the ticket. That was expensive in the day. That was expensive. Wow. I'm going to have to fire this up in a different video.